police have arrested Luigi Mangione, the suspect in the United Healthcare CEO shooting. Bro was caught in a McDonald's because he was recognized by a McDonald's employee. If he was smart, like I said, he should have been out of the country. He was in Pennsylvania. The conspiracies are already flowing in of people saying this is not the same guy. I disagree. If you look at this smile, bro, and that nose and those eyebrows, that looks like him. Some people are zooming in on the middle of the eyebrows. I think that's just because it's grainy. That looks like his smile, though, in my opinion. Here's what happened when police arrived at the McDonald's. This is crazy. 2 police officers arrived at the McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, where Luigi was eventually arrested. They found a man wearing a medical mask and a beanie and sitting in the rear of the building at the table, looking at a laptop. Officers asked him to pull down the mask to see his face and immediately recognized the suspect. Officers asked the man for identification. He gave the man a New Jersey ID with the name Mark Rosario. When they asked him if he had been in New York City recently, he became quiet and started to shake. Bro was shitting his pants. What was his plan, bro? You're only in Pennsylvania. You're not too far. Your bushy eyebrows are very noticeable. Police were unable to find any records that matched the ID given and told the man he was under an official police investigation. He then told his officers his real name. Wow, he gave himself up immediately. When an officer asked why he used a false name, he replied, clearly shouldn't have. Bro knew he was cooked, dude. Luigi's bag contained a 3D printed pistol and silencer. The pistol has 1 loaded Glock magazine with 6 9mm full metal jacket rounds, as well as 1 loose 9mm hollow point round. The pistol was also accompanied by a metal slide and plastic handle with metal threaded barrel. So here's the fake ID he provided the police officer. I'm not sure if this is the same fake ID he used to get the hostel in New York. The suspect in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson has been in Pennsylvania for several days. According to state police, YouTube removed channels belonging to the suspected killer and an impersonator, Google says. Pennsylvania governor says suspect is no hero. I'm sure people will disagree. Bro's Twitter has gained 232,000 followers in hours. Absolutely ridiculous. His banner on Twitter is a surgery of some kind, of back surgery. Had some sort of back surgery that fucked up their life really bad, and maybe that's why he's mad at the healthcare system. But bro was ripped. Like, look, he's in good shape, and he's from Hawaii, or he lives in Hawaii at least. That looks a lot like the smile, like a true Italian. Luigi's fatal error as an assassin was giving himself away by stopping to flirt with the cashier at the cafe before going to work. This wasn't a cafe, this was the hostel, I believe, but people found his list of books that he read. I don't read, I'm an idiot. I don't know what any of these books mean, but apparently one of them that he wanted to read was a Hitler book or something. Don't know what that means exactly, but people are digging up everything from his past, bro. He's an avid reader with 295 books listed on Goodreads. He holds both a master's and bachelor's degree in computer science from University of Pennsylvania. But they're pulling up all his old pictures. He was a valedictorian. Those eyebrows, bro. If this is real, he made a review of Unabomber's book, clearly written by a mathematics prodigy. He was a violent individual, rightfully imprisoned, who maimed innocent people. Bro said when all other forms of communication fail, violence is necessary to survive. You may not like his methods, but to see things from his perspective, it's not terrorism, it's war and revolution. Peaceful protest is outright ignored, and economic protest isn't possible in the current system. So how long until we recognize that violence against those who lead us to such destruction is justified as self-defense? These companies don't care about you or your kids or your grandkids. They have zero qualms about burning down the planet for a buck. So why should we have any qualms about burning them down to survive? We're animals just like everything else on this planet, except we've forgotten the law of the jungle and bend over for our overlord when any other animal will recognize the threat and fight to death for their survival. Violence never solved anything is a statement uttered by cowards and predators. On January 34th, 2024, he left that review.
The suspect was in a McDonald's and was recognized by an employee who then called local police.
The McDonald's employee recognizing Mangione from one of these photos sent out by the NYPD after Wednesday morning's attack in Midtown Manhattan. Altoona police questioning Mangione.
The eyebrows, bro. I'm telling you, they recognized him from the eyebrows because he had a mask on, clearly.
Evidence, including a fake New Jersey ID and a gun. Police described as a ghost gun.
Upon further investigation, officers recovered a firearm on his person, as well as a suppressor, both consistent with the weapon used in the murder.
See, that's extremely fucking stupid. Why would he not get rid of the murder weapon? Come on, you're this smart of a guy. You went to school, you got good grades. Everyone says you're the smartest person they fucking know and shit. But you kept a murder weapon on you in public and got arrested with it? The fuck were you thinking, brother? If they get Nibin hits on this gun, he's done. He's cooked. Jury's gonna convict this guy in a heartbeat.
The shooter was wearing on Wednesday, and police found a 3-page handwritten note that speaks to a possible motive.
Preliminarily, like I said, he seems that he has some ill will toward corporate America.
Mangione is currently being held at the Altoona police station. Late this afternoon, NYPD officers and the FBI arriving to question him. Police crediting the public for the crucial tip that led to Mangione's arrest.
We should never underestimate the power of the public to be our eyes and our ears in these investigations.
He hasn't been arrested for the murder. It's just gun charges. I'm sure they're working on that as we speak. Here's a classmate.
I'm beyond shocked. It's unimaginable. I was roommates with him, friends, hiked, went to yoga. He's, did his best to be athletic, and unfathomable knowing the kind person that I saw and knew. Well, actually, we have an interview process because when you throw a bunch of people living together, you need to hopefully make sure they work well. And I interviewed him before he moved in. He works in tech. He has a remote position. He was looking forward to living in Hawaii and being healthy. He was excited about getting to new people, experiencing new culture. No. It's very natural. Our members all have remote jobs, and Hawaii is one of those places that many people would love to live. So we provide kind of an all-inclusive living experience, so it makes it easy for them to move to the islands. He was a very thoughtful person, communicated really well, was friendly, had good relationships with everyone. He was even, in some ways, a bit of a leader. He helped spearhead a book club that we started just so that we could, keep those intellectual pursuits alive from back when we were in school. Yeah, so when I first interviewed him before he moved in, I remember he said he had a back issue and he was hoping to get stronger in Hawaii. So he's always focused on trying. When he first came, he went on a surf lesson with other members, and unfortunately, just a basic surf lesson, he was in bed for about a week. We had to get a different bed for him that was more firm, and I know it was really traumatic and difficult. When you're in your early 20s and you can't, do some basic things, it can be really, really difficult.
And there you have it. There's a clear motive right there for why he would want to kill this CEO. He's clearly smart enough to coordinate all this, but he made some mistakes. And bro was shaking in his fucking boots in that McDonald's when they recognized him.
I encouraged him and brought him to yoga classes. He would do calisthenics on his own. I know he was really focused on being strong and healthy, but it also weighed on him that he knew that there was an impending surgery. I apologize. I haven't read any of the media that's happened. I heard about it when a reporter called me. So I'm not familiar with what his writings were, but I know we talked about social issues and we talked about how to improve the world. And we talked about, issues that are, say with capitalism or with the healthcare system or with housing or the food systems. It wasn't, anything specific. It wasn't like he had an axe to grind or he was even upset or angry about a particular issue, or they were just natural intellectual conversations that you have when you're inquisitive. Mostly just text messages. So I knew he was going to have a surgery. So earlier this year, I checked in with him. He confirmed that he had surgery and he sent me the x-rays. It looked heinous with just giant screws going into his spine. After that, he called me once. I didn't pick up. We kind of texted a little bit, but we, unfortunately, I feel terrible now. I wish, I would have made more of an effort to communicate with him. Never once talked about guns, never once talked about violence. He was absolutely a not violent person, as far as I could tell.
Two of the books right here, Back Mechanic by Dr. Stuart McGill, Crooked Outwitting the Back Pain Industry. So he literally read books for back pain. This guy clearly went through some traumatic shit with back pain. Can that lead someone to go kill a CEO of a company? Probably. I'm interested to see what evidence they gather against him, especially when they charge him for murder, because inevitably that will happen. Remember, everyone's presumed innocent. That's how this country works. Hit subscribe. I love you guys. Peace out.